I am here with Doug Morency and Paul Bates, also known as the Williamson Playboys.
That's right.
For those unfortunate souls out there who have never seen you guys, what are the Williamson Playboys?
The oldest living father and son Cajun music duo.
That's right.
What am I? I'm 171.
Yeah, I'm 145-ish.
Yeah, and I play the tuba.
I play the ukulele.
And we tell tales and sing songs from a bygone era.
That's right.
Yeah.
And exactly.
Yeah.
We've been around. We invented every kind of music there is, and we're bitter and
old
and old,
fragile.
and fragile.
Yeah.
And the act itself, it's partly pre-scripted music and partly just riffing and improv. How did you come up with the concept of both the characters and the format?
It was the instruments first. We were at Second City, and we brought our instruments, and we were trying to think of something to do with it, and we just kind of started riffing with the voices, and then and made the choices. I think originally we were just going to be old men, and then we decided to be the oldest men.
Yeah, and possibly old. That's right.
Yeah. And then from there, it just wrote itself.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you were doing some research, and you found out that a lot of Cajun groups from way back when always were calling themselves the Playboys.
There's so many Playboys. There's like the Wilkinson Playboys, the Williamsburg Playboys.
Yeah. So we copped that.
Yeah.
Well, you guys actually touch on a lot of, I think it's fair to say, offensive material, and yet you make it so utterly delightful. Do you feel there's something about the premise of two old men and musical comedy that kind of allows you to get away with that, where Andrew's Dice Clay, as an example, would have been just like pelted with tomatoes?
No, I agree. I think you with that kind of stuff, it's iffy. And you do run the risk.
It is worth saying that it is tongue-in-cheek, so it's not genuinely offensive.
We don't mean it, but I think that because they're impossible, we earn a little permission to do it. Where Andrew Dice Clay was the kind of guy, he had no vulnerability. He was just rude for the sake of being rude, right? And I think the fact that he can barely hold up his tuba, people feel a little empathy for him and give him the leeway.
Do you finally feel this is vindication for having, at some point in your life, learned tuba, probably prompted by your parents?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like it's finally come to some good use?
I remember picking in grade 5 the tuba because it was the biggest instrument. That's why I picked it. For no other reason. And then it didn't take long to regret that decision, because I had to take it home to practice and everything, and it was just a pain in the butt. So yeah, it's nice to be able to use it for the benefits of laughs, for sure. Yeah, because it's fun. I like it. I wish I played more instruments, but it's the only one.
I know the Williamson Playboys have been kind of on and off, partly because they're both of your respectively busy careers. I mean, Paul, you were one of the co-stars of Dan Vermeer on CTV.
True.
What's next for the Williamson Playboys? Is this the beginning of something bigger, better, a national tour?
Well, we live in different cities now. Doug is in LA.
Yeah, so it makes it a little hard. But we definitely doing this tonight. It's like lit the candle again. So it's like we're going to find a way to do some other stuff.
We want to figure out this YouTube thing, this internet.
We hear the kids are using that these days.
And we're going to use GarageBand to write songs.
Fantastic. I think you'll be an innovator in that respect.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fantastic.
Yeah, remote songwriting. Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot.